Welcome to Whispered Chronicles, Echoes of Forgotten Lore. Today we will be diving deep into the mountains of Appalachia and exploring Appalachian folklore you were never meant to hear. In the deep folds of the Appalachian Mountains, there are stories that aren't written down, not because they were forgotten, but because folks were afraid to remember them. These aren't bedtime tales. They're warnings, told in hushed voices, around old stoves or under quilts, never spoken after dark. You may think you know what walks the woods of Appalachia, but some things that roam the ridges were never meant to be seen or named. In the desolate heart of West Virginia, where cold dust paints the sky gray and the hollers whisper secrets to the wind, there's a story that clings to the mountain fog. It's a tale about the Skinwalker, a creature so grotesque it freezes the blood in your veins. On a cold night, when the mist crawls through the valleys, you might see it slink through the skeletal trees. All who witness its grotesque form swear to never forget it. It's an unsettling mix of wolf and man, a creature of pure evil and unimaginable terror. Legend has it that those who practice dark sorcery can transform themselves into this horrifying beast. It craves flesh. It revels in fear. It hunts under the cloak of darkness. It doesn't just prowl the mountains, it stalks them. If you hear a blood-curdling howl echoing in the night, run, hide. Pray that the Skinwalker doesn't catch your scent, because once it does, there's no escape from its clutches. But the nightmare doesn't end with the Skinwalker.
No!
In the hollows of West Virginia, there's another story, one that rivals the creepiest urban legends. They call it the tunnel creature. It's said to inhabit the abandoned tunnels of the region, a place where the air grows thick with dread and the silence screams. Witnesses describe it as a monstrous humanoid, gaunt and emaciated, with eyes that glow like embers in the darkness. What makes this creature even more terrifying is its connection to the past. Some say it's the soul of a miner trapped beneath the earth, condemned to wander the tunnels for eternity. Others claim it's the manifestation of the town's collective guilt, a physical representation of the darkness that lingers in the hollows. Now, these stories might sound like campfire tales designed to scare tourists away from the beautiful mountains of West Virginia. But for those who live there, these tales are as real as the shadows cast by the mountains at dusk. Every rustle of leaves, every creak of an old cabin, every distant howl echoes with the possibility that these creatures might be real. But West Virginia isn't the only place where the veil between reality and nightmare is thin. Let's journey a bit farther south, deeper into the Appalachian Mountains, where the land is as rugged as the men and women who call it home. Here, nestled amidst the rolling hills, there's a tale as old as the trees themselves. It's a story that chills the bones and sends shivers down the spine. It's the legend of the Bell Witch. It all began with a family, the Bell family. They were ordinary folk, or so they seemed. But as time went on, strange things started to happen in their home. Objects moved, doors slammed, whispers echoed in the dead of night. And then there was the scratching, an incessant scratching that seemed to come from within the walls. It was relentless, maddening, and no one could figure out its source. Soon, the family patriarch, John Bell, became the primary target. The witch seemed to have an obsession with him. The harassment intensified. Furniture overturned, beds shook, and a foul stench permeated the house. Then came the scratches. At first they were subtle, barely noticeable. But as the weeks passed, they deepened, forming grotesque images that sent the family reeling. The scratching seemed to mock them, taunting them with its cryptic messages. John Bell's health deteriorated. He became withdrawn, his mind fractured by the torment he endured day and night. Then one fateful day, he died. His demise was swift and mysterious, and many believed the Bell Witch had claimed him. After his death, the witch's focus shifted, turning its chilling attention towards John Bell's daughter. And so the curse continued, generation after generation. The most unsettling part of the legend, some say it continues to this day. People who visit the area report hearing strange sounds, feeling sudden drops in temperature, and witnessing unexplained phenomena. Is the Bell Witch still haunting the hills of Tennessee? You decide. As the sun dips below the horizon and the Appalachian Mountains are cast in long shadows, let's delve into a tale that's as eerie as it is enigmatic. It's the story of the Loveland Frog Monster. This bizarre creature is part frog, part humanoid, and all terrifying. Imagine a creature that looks like an enormous frog, yet walks upright on two legs. That's the Loveland Frog Monster. It's amphibious, slimy, with bulging red eyes, and an insatiable appetite. There have been numerous sightings, each one more disturbing than the last. Some say it hops around, leaving large footprints in its wake. Others claim it sits on logs, watching, waiting. But why? What's even more puzzling is how such a creature can remain hidden in plain sight. How can something so bizarre and terrifying exist without a trace of evidence? Perhaps it's the perfect camouflage, blending seamlessly with the murky waters and shadowy banks of the rivers around Loveland. Or maybe it's simply a master of hiding. One thing is certain, though: fear. The mere thought of this creature lurking in the shadows is enough to send chills down your spine. These Appalachian tales are more than just ghost stories. They're portals into a world where the mundane meets the macabre. They force us to confront the shadows that lurk in our own backyards, reminding us that sometimes the most terrifying monsters are the ones we never see coming. But before we close this chapter in our exploration of Appalachian folklore, let's venture into the realm of the supernatural and talk about ghosts. It's a kind of ghosts that not only walk among us, but also haunt our dreams. Meet the Ghost Riders. They're a specter of riders on horseback, cloaked in darkness, their faces obscured by wide-brimmed hats. They ride hell for leather through the mountains, their spectral steeds kicking up dust that never settles and leaving behind a chill that clings to your bones. Sightings of the Ghost Riders are rare and chilling. Some say they appear as a warning, heralding some great misfortune. Others believe they're the souls of those lost in mining accidents, forever trapped between the worlds of the living and the dead. Wherever they appear, fear follows. People have reported seeing them galloping across fields, racing along roads, and even riding through the halls of their nightmares. The truth is, the Appalachian Mountains are a treasure trove of ghostly tales. From the wailing spirits that haunt the old-growth forests to the ghostly train that rattles through abandoned towns. There's no shortage of phantoms here. And these ghostly apparitions aren't just figments of our imagination, they're an integral part of the landscape, woven into the very fabric of the mountains. So as you explore the majestic peaks and valleys of Appalachia, keep an ear out for the mournful whistle of a phantom train, the ghostly laughter of spirits at play, and the thunderous rumble of hooves on stone. And if you're lucky, maybe you'll catch a glimpse of the elusive Ghost Riders and join them on their eternal journey through the mountains of mystery and the paranormal. If you found yourself whispering by the end, consider joining us for more forgotten lore, more haunted stories, and more truths the dark never let go. Subscribe and return to Whispered Chronicles, Echoes of Forgotten Lore. Thanks for watching, and stay safe.